Citizens, what's up? It's President Awall bringing you some more Star Wars Force Arena content. One video every single day minimum. Princess Leia and Yvonne Verlaine. Correct me if I'm wrong on that pronunciation. I've actually never heard that name said out loud in a short or in a movie or in an animated series. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Regardless, this is a really fun combo. I got inspired by a deck that was in top tier Kyber, one of the top 15 players in the world. Kind of took some of their ideas from their deck and made a few modifications of my own. If you're not already familiar with Princess Leia, she's got a really killer special ability. Increases movement speed 7% to everyone. Deploys Rebel Guards is her basically ability, deployable skill, and you get 3 melee kind of tanking sort of characters. That's basically what Honor Guards are if you're not already familiar. Her health is relatively low. She's got a ranged attack though, a decent range, 6.5, and does decent damage, and every third attack she does has a nice piercing effect. You want to hang back with her, she hangs out on the back lines. I got a level 2 Leia. It kind of incentivizes me to, want to play her a bit more. Her companion, Yvonne, is absolutely incredible. And for 2 cost, you're getting a 700 health unit with 7 attack range, really solid single target damage, and whenever somebody gets in closer, she uses some martial arts on them. Really amazing 2 cost character. It's almost as good as, if not better than, 4 LOM, the companion character here from Dengar. Notice the health is a little bit lower on 4 LOM, but he does have a longer attack range at 8 attack range and a higher attack power. So there's a little bit of a trade-off, but she has this amazing ranged attack. I'm just going to take this straight up into 1v1. I was doing 2v2s with this character, with this deck rather, and I went 10-0. And I decided that's not going to provide you that much value. So we'll see if I can get some wins here. This is an unedited video. And speaking of which, I told you guys I would be increasing the quality of these videos from a production standpoint. Here it is. The microphone quality, just compare this to the last video uploaded on the channel. Way better. This is 1080p, as you see, 30 FPS. Not easy to do when you're capturing directly from a tablet. And the in-game audio that you're going to hear is captured directly from in-game and not through an external source like it was before. So the quality, hopefully, and let me know what you guys think in the comments on this video, has increased substantially. I worked pretty hard on this. A friend of mine helped kind of tweak this tablet to be able to do this custom recording setup, but this is the highest level of quality I've been able to achieve, capturing directly from a tablet, direct gameplay, unedited gameplay for a mobile game. So anyway, let's get in game here, and let's see if we can pick up a W and see who we are up against. And this should be interesting. I've been having challenges up against Darth Vaders. Darth Vaders have been pulling me in quite a bit and getting easy picks on me. So we'll see who we're up against. Up against a Dengar, we can do pretty well. Dengar is one of the best defenders in the game and probably the most similar hero there is on the Empire side, so keep that in mind. He's basically the Princess Leia of the Empire, I guess you could say. I don't know, that's probably not a fair way to describe it, but I think it's pretty funny. Regardless, we're going to drop all of our most valuable units here on the ground. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to kind of hang back a bit. They have dropped a turret here, which is going to really provide that supporting damage. And if I can get my Yeti with a... I'll call him a Yeti with a minigun. How about that? A polar bear with a minigun. It's really just it's basically a Yeti with a minigun. And when you deploy him, he does so much ungodly amounts of single target damage. It should be banned from the game. It's something that I love. And they ended up doing a really decent amount of damage to my structure there. So I need to be very careful. This turret is actually going to cause major problems for me. This is going to be difficult for me to move in on. And I may need to kind of switch up lanes once I see that turret dropping, and that could help me out a considerable amount. And it looks like Yvonne is going to get focused by Dengar, and like I was mentioning earlier, Dengar is incredibly good at defending, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to drop these troopers in this lane, and then I'm just going to push the other lane. And this is going to force him to make a decision. If I drop Polar Bear with a minigun here, which one is he going to focus on? Is he going to focus on Polar Bear with the minigun? Is he going to... Okay, he dropped the turret in the other lane. And he was able to defend that once again. I'm unable to make any progress happen here. So this Dengar is being really conservative. He's doing a really good job of pushing back. And I've been unable to kind of catch him out with a mistake. But he's been unable to catch me out with a mistake either. I don't really have much to counter structures, so this is interesting. I've actually not run into this yet with this Princess Leia deck. Normally I would be like giving you a tip on how to deal with something like this, and in this case I actually can't. So there you go. I'm going to drop this here. The ATST is here as well, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of mob on the ground to try to take all of this out. We're going to very, very quickly take this out. He was going to go for a quick pickup here on all of this. He was able to destroy a lot of mob there, but I'm going to go double tank here. I'm going to go like just FTW on this turret and see if we can get some damage in here with double tank. He was able to blow my tank up, no problem with that turret. The turret is just getting so much work done. So Polar Bear with a minigun on the back line, and he just keeps getting that turret card. Wow. This is really, really difficult for me to deal with, and his grenade ability is giving him the clear that he needs in order to succeed here. So basically I'm low health. I need to kind of hang back and defend. I need to be conservative, and it's, you know, first man to basically pick up a tower wins here. So need to drop the light tank up front. I'm going to drop Chewbacca here, and then I'm also going to drop warriors here. I think he kind of stepped out of line a little bit, and if I can take out this probe and drop down Polar Bear with a minigun, I actually think I can march in here and get some progress. Maybe I can kill him. Here, I'm going to try to get the kill. No, I didn't get the kill. He ran away to go get health, and maybe I overextended there. I probably did overextend there, and I'm probably going to lose the game as punishment. Let's see what happens. Gonna drop tank down here as well as Chewbacca, and able to kill him. Here's my opportunity. Here's my window of opportunity to move in. So let's go. Mob moving in, and is that a draw? It's a draw! That was really, really close. And as you can see, I said it in the beginning of that match, you know, Dengar is going to be the most kind of evenly matched, I guess I could say at this point, or certainly the greatest equivalent to Princess Leia on the Empire side as possible. Cheers, I got some coffee here. Making some late night videos, chugging that coffee, that's what's up. Alright, let's get back out there. I need to show you a W at least. There's a draw? Okay, Dengar is a draw. So, you know, generally I'm going to have a similar strategy that Dengar had in that game. I'm generally waiting for the enemy to kind of come in closer, deploying really nice counter units, getting those honor guards out there, using my piercing legendary attack, once every third attack with my piercing attack, dropping Yvonne behind the tower, taking them out, and then pushing in with momentum on lane number 1, and then I'm able to move my secondary effort to lane number 2. Pretty interesting strategy. That's generally what I like to do with this deck. You know, I've got Wookiee tank as well as MLC3 light tank and the honor guard. So I've got 3 different tanking options, which allows me to basically have all those mob cards, including the Twi'leks, the Marauders, and the Troopers. Quick throws behind any of those number of tanking units, and then Yvonne can go behind anything if you want that additional single target damage. Generally, I put Yvonne in a lane that I'm not currently in. That's my strategy. And she's able to take out those higher HP units that come around, or if any heroes come around, she's able to focus them. People greatly underestimate Yvonne's damage. It's such a tiny little unit. It's a really unassuming looking character model, and people are just like, oh, whatever. It probably has low HP, it's probably not doing much. She shoots you a couple times and like half your health is gone, and you get kind of pissed. So let's see who we're up against here. Okay, this is an interesting matchup. Up against the Inquisitor, basically. So let's see what happens. Gonna drop my Chewbacca in this lane, as well as Polar Bear with a minigun, and gonna see what happens here. Gonna drop my Marauders in this lane to go clear that out. And oh, I thought that was gonna be ATST here. I'm quite surprised. Did you just see that? I could have swore there was a light tank in the lava there. I could have swore I saw a light tank in the lava. That would have been ridiculous. So my bottom lane is getting focused here. There's a rocket. I let that rocket sit on it for too long. That was probably a mistake. But we're going to drop honor guards here. We're also going to drop polar bear with a minigun in this lane and see if we can get in there and do some serious tower damage. And here we go. Gonna drop marauders. And yeah, that's gonna clear out decently well, but polar bear with a minigun has decent HP. I think he's got about 700 HP, and I think the honor guard there is gonna, or I'm sorry, my troopers rather, are gonna end up taking him out. So I'm gonna just do a bunch of quick throws here to try to push up this lane and get a little bit of momentum, but it looks like he has the blaze. Look at that melee attack. That was the melee attack I'm talking about. And that's that piercing attack right there, in case you haven't seen it before, that I've talked about. And gonna drop the honor guard here, and the trooper, and looks like he's gonna try to go like suicide style FTW on this. Looks like there's a rocket unit here in the top lane. They did end up taking my tower down. I don't think they're gonna be able to stop the momentum of this other push. So I'm probably gonna get 2 towers for the price of 1. He's definitely going to chase me down and try to get some kind of pick here. And I'm going to drop Marauders in here as sort of a counter to whatever he's doing. I don't really give a crap to whatever he's doing. Probably going to see an X-Wing drop, but I can have another quick throw if I need one with these Twi'leks. But here we go. Boys are moving in on the tower. And I'm going to drop Honor Guard here to basically guarantee that the tower goes down. He has a really nice wave clearing ability. I have not used that character much, even though I picked up the card. So the key to this victory for me right now is probably going to be to make sure I don't lose bottom tower. Let's see how many throws he ends up chucking into that lane or not. Looks like he is going to go like FTW here, so I'm going to drop something on the back line, as well as Wookiee in front. And going to drop Yvonne here on the side to do that single target damage with their hero. Need to be very careful. He's ignoring Yvonne, who then drops that melee damage down. That terrible, terrible melee damage I was talking about. Just that punch, baby. And there's a W. And yeah, Leia animations. Leia emojis for days. There's a W, so 1 draw, 1 W. You're beginning to see the power of this deck. Just going to throw it up on the screen one more time. Because there's an interesting card here I haven't shown off in any of my other decks, which is the Gregorian Rebel, otherwise Polar Bear with a minigun. 722 health is decent-ish, but that sustained damage that it can do at an 8.5 range is god tier. If you can get this Rebel up on a tower, or you can get it drilling an ATST, it is a fantastic counter to an ATST, which I have not encountered yet. It's not actually here listed against being strong against ATST. It is strong. It like destroys ATSTs. It destroys turrets, and it destroys heroes that are stupid enough to let this thing shoot it. Generally, it's going to provide nice supporting fire from behind a tanking unit, and play it as such, and you will be successful. So that's a very, very common card to see with Rebel primary players amongst the top 15 players in Kyber. And if you guys are ever looking for inspiration on what decks to play, go look at the top 15. Just click on your ranking, click on top tier, click on any number of those top 15 guys, and you'll see what they're running. A lot of folks in our guild chat have been talking about how they're seeing a lot more Rebel, or they think Rebel is more powerful. I get more Rebel cards than anything else. Maybe it's just me. Let me know how things are going for you guys in the comments. But I get more Rebel cards, so I've been playing more Rebel. And I also get more Rebel legendaries and uniques than I do Empire. Just recently picked up an ATST, which appears to be a pretty mandatory card if you're looking to make viable Empire plays happen, then valuable ladder climb happen with Empire. Every top tier Empire deck I've ever seen, and I take a look at the list every day to see what these guys are running, every one of them has ATST in it. Certainly if you're doing 2v2, you have to have ATST as Empire. That's just completely mandatory. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on that one, but I've seen people replace ATST with Light Tank instead. Light Tank is fine. don't get me wrong, and it's more versatile. It can attack anything, right? And it's got decent HP, and it's actually really good, but it isn't as powerful or game-changing or momentum-shifting or attention-grabbing as an ATST. When an ATST marches up your lane, you have to deal with it. Period. That's just how it is. Okay, he's throwing something in this bottom lane. Speaking of which, there's an ATST. I'm also going to throw a... looks like Vader's getting very aggressive here early game. Going to kill his Vader, like straight up. ATST is down. I don't know what he was thinking there. But we're going to do some damage to this tower. And I'm actually going to throw Yvonne here and see if we can get that single target damage. And I'm just going to be very, very careful. Okay, looks like she pulled in Chewbacca, and I backed up just in time to be able to deal with this. And the tower almost went down. I actually don't care if I die there. I have a significant advantage. He's probably going to charge in on this tower. Again, there he is. And I'm going to drop light tank. And I'm going to focus Vader. And say, even if he does take this down, I'm probably in an amazing spot to end up taking down like everything he's got, pushing this tower, etc. So I'm going to guarantee that this tower goes down here. He can't stop this mob. So what I'm going to do is begin to focus on the bottom lane. And I'm going to drop a Chewbacca. And we're also going to throw an Yvonne behind it. And we're going to march in on this thing. And he's dropping the turret, which I don't know exactly what that turret is going to do. It's going to be annoying. That's about all I can really count on there. And just one last shot. Come on, finish it off. And I think the turret will go down. It has like 1 HP. I didn't kill it. Are you kidding me? That is so incredibly close to dying. Alright, whatever. We can deal with that. So we're going to just drop some troopers here. No, I can't let them take this. I cannot let them take this. And there's ATST. I need to go deal with ATST while Vader tries to pull off some kind of miracle here to stop me from taking down bottom turret. So if I can just properly defend, I'll be in amazing shape. And look at Vader just letting me shoot him. Like, I think he is underestimating the power of Leia's freaking blaster. Like, Leia's blaster does a lot of damage, especially if you let her just like sustain that damage on top of you. But just that is a bad idea. So we're gonna drop down Marauders here, and Marauders are just gonna continue to deal melee damage to him. While I'm pushing up this right side, I'm also going to continue to have kind of filler throws on the left side. Attacking from both sides is generally an amazing idea late game when you're trying to pick up that decisive W at the end. People can generally defend very well from one side, like they can focus all of their area of effect attacks on that one side. But if you throw from both, it really increases the likelihood that you're going to pick up the W straight up. So there you go. That's one draw. Dengar, I don't know if you could tell, Dengar really threw me off in that first game. I honestly didn't know how to deal with him. But those last 2 games, there's victories. This was unedited, as you could tell. This is the way this deck is really performing on the ladder right now. I feel pretty confident that I can continue to climb using this deck. I'm going to throw it up on the screen one more time. Throw it up like that while I put up my avatar on the screen. Click that. Turn on notifications on YouTube. If you don't, when you subscribe to my channel by clicking my avatar, you won't necessarily get notified when I release a video. So click notifications, turn those on. 2 video suggestions over here as well, that way. Star Wars Force Arena content every day. Thanks, amigos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.